Today we will be taking a look at the I-185 for the Russian tech tree. It's the 5.0 variant and it's actually pretty damn good. We are faced in the full up tier here, so it's mostly Griffin Spits and LF Mark 9s, which might be a bit of a problem in this thing, because in the end all this thing has is its engine, and the maneuverability is, well, let's just say it leaves something to be desired. Today we are joined by Whoopty-Doo. He has a channel as well. I'll link him down in the description below if you don't know him already, which I doubt if you're here. First things first, the team looks actually pretty good for a Russian team. However, yeah, it is not the best. We're gonna end up in a 10v2, so it will be a bit of a struggle bus, and I'm gonna make some mistakes, and it's not gonna be the perfect gameplay, but I think it showcases the plane quite well, so I'm just gonna use it. First things first, I saw a lot of Spitfires, and I'm not gonna climb into a group of Spitfires that are higher than me that are also squatted, because we are faced against a 4 stack and I think a 2 or a 3 man as well. So I'm not gonna risk myself going into a group of Spitfires, because the thing that's gonna happen is one is gonna turn with me, the other gonna boom and zoom me, and I just get wrecked. Because this thing is very, very sluggish. Well, not sluggish, it's very stiff. Very stiff. It's very responsive, but it's not very, you can't really turn well. It doesn't compress, so it feels like you turn the same at all speeds, which is a bit weird. The roll rate, however, is pretty good. The guns are, well, not the best, but they're workable, because you have 3 and quite a bit of ammo. And here you can see the turn rate, 6G at 500, which isn't the best. I decided to go back up for the F82, because, well, he's a bit higher than me, and I don't want to waste all my energy on a P51 that's lower. He's quite slow. I'm easily gonna catch him, and this is Shavax in a nutshell. Also my aim. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Then crit, hit, and then he dies. These are the tracer belts. These are the belts I have the most luck with so far, and that's what I'm using them. Well, the 3 guns and the extra ammo sure helps, because look at the Yak, for example, which only has 120 rounds on 1 gun. This one has 3. With a lot more ammo, so spraying a bit is not really a problem. The middle gun has a bit more ammo, so you will run out of the 2 ones on the side, but even then, 1 Shavac is something I'm used to. Taking a look at the teams, because, well, look at the Spits, they're not dropping out at all, and I don't want to be here. And this is a bit selfish, but I'm gonna ditch the whole fight and I'm gonna side climb, because I'm only at 3 kilometers. I ditched way too much altitude at the start, which is quite a big mistake on my end. I was expecting all the Spits to dive, they didn't do it, and now I'm in a situation where I can't really do anything except for hope that the whole enemy team drops, because I won't be doing anything from down there. And if they're diving on me, Spitfires, they don't really compress, well, not like this thing, and especially the Griffins, and they have an FR as well, the one with the clipped wings. If that thing gets on you in this plane, you're done. You're toast. You're not doing anything. It outrolls you, it outpulls you, it loses a bit more energy than you as well. It climbs around the same speed or the same rate. So you can't really get away from it. Of course, you can try to bleed at speed and then run away. But you know, that's very unlikely, especially when they're right on your ass. And there's quite a lot of them. There's not just one that's going to be diving on me. There's going to be 3. And then on the right you can also see Black Baron and the P63, which are also going to tangle with me, and as I'm dropping out, I also get to 190 and hell dive on me in the Spitfire. So I don't want to do anything with that, so I'm just going to climb away. Whoopty-Doo got hit in the tail by the 190 at the start, so he is out to be. So I'm without a squad mate as well. Not money of what's so high, so I want to stall them as much as I can. Especially knowing that my squad mate is RTB. My team looks not too good over there, and I think it's about time to turn back in. I'm around 6 kilometers. They're gonna tangle with the Spitfire, and I hope he's gonna drag them all low. He better does it.
Destroy the target.
And now it's just a matter of getting back to them. I'm not gonna web here, because I don't really need the extra power right now. I'm already at 5.8 kilometers. I want to cool my engine a little bit. I don't want to start overheating the moment I need the web. Now I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna go radiators fully open. and just casually fly over there. I can see how fast this thing is. I'm not using web, and I'm accelerating up to 400 IS, and it's accelerating and just keeps going. And this is IS, so I'm roughly going, I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna say 600, 650, because well, it's fast. For IS without web at 5.0, that's pretty good. And now it's a matter of find the dot, because I don't know where they all are, and it's 10v2. So I have to pick my targets quite carefully, because if I drop too much altitude, they're gonna have the other ones above me, which is something I don't want. If I get anything above me, I will be running away, and I will be stalling as much as I can, just so that he can come back, and he can help me out, because I'm not doing anything 3v1 against Spitfires. As much as I like 3v1ing in the turn fight, it's not happening with this thing. And now I drop my throttle even a bit more, just to cool that engine for that last little bit. Whoopty pops in AAA order, so I don't get blind-handed, if that's even the correct English. I see a P-51, and I was quite sure that I see the Spitfire on the right, so I think to myself, yeah, they're all low, they didn't reclimb, because well, it's 2v10, they have no business climbing. And then there's two Spits right above me. So I'm gonna dip out here, and this is gonna be a very long run. It's a bit passive, but I have very little options here. If I go into them, I die. If I go straight up, they'll catch me. So what I will be doing is I will be going 90 degrees off the base, so that Whoopty can actually catch me. I probably should have gone a bit more to the right in hindsight, which would have made it a lot quicker. But as I said, mistakes were made. I'm just gonna live with them. I'm not gonna pretend it didn't happen, because you can learn as much as from it as I can. Luckily there's a few Spitfires on the deck still, so there's only these two. And looking at the speed, I'm going to guess one is an LF9 and one is a Griffin. At this point I'm not actually sure yet, so I don't really know what to do. If I go too high, I'm gonna get the Griffin on me, and the Griffin will outrun me. And if I go too low, the LF9 will just run circles around me, which I also don't want. And now I'm overheating as well. I'm trying to push the engine as much as I can to get a little bit of speed up to get the separation. Whoopty's back in the air, he's 21 clicks out and I'm flying away from him, so it's gonna take him a while for me and him to regroup. And what I will be doing is, first I'm gonna go straight, just get some separation, equalize the energy a little bit, and then I'm gonna go into a slide climb. Just keep bringing it out up a little bit at a time. And I was thinking, if I go to altitude, it's better. I'd rather have one LF struggle than the Griffin being decent and the LF running circles around me. If I go to alt, I only have to worry about one, and if I'm at low altitude, I will have to deal with both of them. And I also have the risk of a dude that went back to base, or whatever he did, coming back to me, cutting me off, and killing me. Because the higher I bring it, the longer it will take their team as well to help them out. So in the end, this was a good decision, but I should have climbed more to the, from this point of view, left, but my right, on the right now, so that the separation between Whoopty and I would be a lot smaller. And the Griffin, I think it's the Griffin at least, is trying to do a lead pursuit. Like he's staying low and he's going straight to outrun me, and then he's gonna pitch up. The problem is when you do that in a Spitfire, especially at these altitudes, even if you're a Griffin, you're going to lose a lot of damn speed. A lot of it. The Spitfires don't have the best retention, so this is actually exactly what I want him to do. Stay below me. I have quite a good retention, I have quite a good climb rate, so I'm just gonna climb away. And he's gonna tail me like that, but if I go up right now, there's no way he's going to catch me. Just no way. We're going the same speed, and I'm a kilometer higher, and I have better retention. One crashes, so that's one less. 2v9. Still not very likable odds, and here you can see it. I'm going to go in a slight turn as well, because he will lose even more speed, and he will struggle even more to pitch up to me. And I thought that the LF9 would struggle more to get over here as quickly as he did, so I tried to get the jump on the Spit here. I see that the LF, or presumably the LF, is going to cut me off, so I decide to not go for it, try to go for the head-on, and then yeah, it's an LF, and he's just gonna instantly turn on my 6. And I was expecting him to drop a lot more speed, so this is a mistake on my end. I will outrun him in the long run, but he's just gonna host me with his 7 mils, and of course, why not? It gives me an oil leak. So now I'm already overheating, I already was overheating, and then I also get an oil leak. The Spitfire on the left is probably out of fuel. Most people run 20 minutes, and I am already on 5 and I run 20 as well. So that's one less, and Whoopty's coming in. So what I'm gonna do is drag this guy as low as I can. Not too low, of course, but low to the point where he's a better target. And now I see everyone come in as well. The P-63 is way too slow to dodge the head-on, so I just blast him out of the air. Hose a bit, I have to go out to B anyway, so ammo is not very much of a problem to me. 190 A8, lovely that the star's next to it, so I know that he's not much of a threat. So I'm just gonna dive out, going 750 over here. And I will outrun both of these. Get the order. AAA. Good stuff. I'm actually gonna turn back. They're probably thinking I'm RTB because I extended way too far. 190. Very slow. But Spitfire looks to be very opportune here. The Spitfire is actually a problem to fight. He's a crit. He doesn't look to be doing that well, so I'm just gonna pitch up for the 190 over here. And I have a very, I'm not very worried about the Spitfire pitching up to me here, because I have whoop to do. And he's gonna dive on him, and he's already damaged. Underlet a lot here, so I didn't hit him, unfortunately. I'm going to switch to the Spitfire. Whoopty's on the 190. I just want this guy dead. I want him dead now. Last thing I want to happen is someone coming back. And then that Spitfire surviving and going RTB. Because I have to get out of here as fast as I can. So I just want to clean up after me. Because my mom taught me well. And then I go back to base. So now it's just a matter of going back to base for a little bit. So I'm going to cut this out. And I'll see you in a bit. Just for you to understand the urgency I had playing this game. I'm taking off. And he is hella far away. 33 kilometers. And he is fighting all of them at once. So I want to get there as fast as I can, so I tell him, stall as much time as you can, try to drag him around, let him climb, and then dive back to the deck, or not to the deck, dive a bit so I'm above him, and luckily that's exactly what they did. So I will be seeing you again in a couple of minutes. Hello again, here we are, he's dragging him low, still not the most opportune game, but it's looking a lot better than it used to. We're in advance on tickets. So I don't feel that pressure yet. Yet. Big emphasis on yet. So the thing right now, he has 2 Spitfires of 190 A8 somewhere on him. He's not spotted yet. And I'm looking for their Spitfire as well, because they have a 4th one. But where he is at the moment is not clear to me. So I don't really know what to do, because I don't want to dive on one of them and then end up having the 4th one above me. As happened at the start. Back then I squeezed out of it, but I don't want that to happen again. 190 A8. Whoopty is outrunning them quite handily. He's overheating though, so he doesn't have much time left. This 190 is completely oblivious, and he's in the end of the pack. And the 190 is actually quite dangerous in this plane, as I'm fighting someone else. So 1 dice to AA, very good. Because there's a problem with 190s, and they have a lot of ammo, they have a lot of guns. Miss a little bit there, miss even more. He's gonna roll, he's gonna pull up, he does the exact same thing again, and you shouldn't do the exact same thing twice in a row. And I kill him quite handily. Luckily the gun's actually connected there. Could have easily missed it, and then I would have had a problem. Spitfire is turning at low speed, going up and then diving last moment. I don't know what he was doing. Blast him out of the air. 190 is complaining that I still have ammo and fuel, which I couldn't really wrap my head around because I was away so long that I was gonna type to him, but I was like, fuck it. It's not worth my time, I have to focus right now, and I want this Spitfire dead. He's right on Whoopty. And there is a Spitfire, he's killing the vehicles. And he's gonna drain the ticket, so I have to be very fast with this one here. So I'm gonna do a pretty ballsy move. This one isn't as bad yet. I'm just gonna go up, maintain my speed, He's going a turn. He's a clipped wing Griffin, so he's bleeding even more speed than a normal Spitfire. You can see it by the FR, and it's not a C-fire. Here it comes. Shoot too high, I don't lead enough, I compress a little bit, and I mess up in general. So what do? I'm gonna do a loop. I normally wouldn't do this, but I want him dead fast because I have to get to that other Spitfire as fast as I can. This isn't an easy shot by any means, and he's just spraying. He actually manages to hit me. So that could have been the end, but it's worth the risk. Because that was very risky for him. It was like the odds were in my favor. It was not an easy shot for him. Now he's slow, and I easily blast him out of the air. And now we go for the last one. Can we get 8 kills? He's 3 kilometers away. And the tickets run out. Just fantastic. I was a bit sad about this one, but 2v10 and they didn't get to win. That's a win in my book. There was the game before it. It is less interesting, but it kind of showcases the plane as well. At lower speeds, at lower altitudes. What you can and can't do. It's a short game, so don't worry. You already saw the meat of the video. This is just some extra tacked on footage that I thought was kind of interesting. So first things first, I'm still going 340, I'm climbing slightly, and this Spitfire is going roughly the same speed, so that he has no business pitching up for this. So I'm just gonna roll over, come back down. I also know this is a down tier, so this is probably a Mark 9, just a normal one, not the LF. So the chances that he actually has enough speed or energy to come up to me is very slim. So I roll back onto him, he probably didn't expect it. Yes, it's a Mark 9. He is way too slow to be dodging my shells, and I just pilot snipe him. Turning back, because there's a lot of people around Whoopty. So what I want to do there is just get there as fast as I can. F-82 is flying away from me, so he's not much of a problem. So I'm just gonna climb towards him, because I don't want to dive straight in, because there's still a dude that's unspotted. And I don't want someone to be magically above me. And with magically I mean me fucking up. But that doesn't happen, so it has to be magic, of course. Haha. The power of YouTube. Just cut out all of your mistakes. I'll just give it a bogus explanation. Completely fuck up and then say, yeah, I did this because I was scared of this dude diving on me. No, that's not how it works. Low-key stabbed half of the content creators, but you know, no one's gonna watch the end of the video. I can say what I want. Spitfire, I'm going almost 800 here, I'm starting the red line. So one of the first matches I played in this thing, so I didn't want to push it. But I'm not sure if it actually rips like as soon as it red lines, or if it can keep going till like 850. I have all the energy in the world. The retention of this plane is excellent. And I see that the Typhoon is just going head on with someone. So I just ignore all the Spitfires, because I'm not very scared of Spitfires in this thing. I'm more scared of the Typhoon because it's actually fast. And he's on fire. And back up we go. He's burning up. And he's dead. He managed to kill one AA as a last ditch effort. Man on a mission. Typhoon is designed to ground strike after all, so I can't blame him. Stalling out the Spitfire here. He's spraying a 7.7. He managed to get one hit in. And I just use my rudder to roll over. Use some flaps. Camera's going apeshit. I don't know why he didn't dive away. He's doing a slight turn and he's dead. Not the hardest shot in the world. Another Spitfire dies. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment. If you didn't, well, leave me a hate mail and leave me a dislike. Feel free to stick around. I'll be uploading probably Tuesday or Wednesday again. And I'll see you in the next one.